Hey everybody, I'm Brendan and this is my 90-day challenge. End of week 1. How are we getting on? It started off all right. I got into the habit of tracking my steps and tracking my calories and tracking my protein. Part of this is actually setting up the tools and techniques of being able to do that. So as I've mentioned in the intro video, my journey is going to be accompanied by a very good friend of mine, Ben, of Coached by Ben fame. So we've set up the trackers. We've got my MyFitnessPal registered, all the time being able to give us the best possible chance of success. So half of the problem is not actually knowing where your baseline is. I work in data, and one of the phrases that gets massively overused is what gets measured gets managed, but the irony is it's actually pretty true. So one of the first things we've done is set out a baseline, create a tracker, log into MyFitnessPal for the first time in a long time, and just get everything ready. Looking back, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know what, they were all right. Managed to hit relevant protein numbers. I'll go into more depth around the protein number calculations in due course, but I was reasonably pleased. The calories was doing all right, hit the right numbers, but towards the end of the week, fell off the wagon a little bit from a steps perspective. I've started wearing the very old Gen 1 Apple Watch. Part of it is actually because I realised the week before that by 6 o'clock in the evening, because we're on lockdown here in the UK still, I got to 6 o'clock in the evening and had only done 738 steps. That's pretty impressive, right, in a bad way. So I realised very quickly that I need to up my step game. So at least, whether it be the Apple Watch, a Fitbit, a Garmin, whatever your preference is, make sure that you can accurately track how many or how little steps you're doing. One of the things I do like about the step counters and the smartwatches are that they allow you to understand when you haven't done any in the hour. So the Apple Watch talks about ticking over a certain number of steps each hour, and it will buzz you saying you can do it if it gets to 10 to the hour and you haven't ticked over the right number of steps, which is pretty handy when you're kind of knee deep into spreadsheets or PowerPoints or the relevant work that you're doing at the time. It did make me realise that I didn't do enough steps, so that's one thing I've done. You know what, the sleeping has actually been alright. I've not slept massively well over lockdown. It's been quite disturbing. We've got some new blackout curtains in the bedroom now, which have helped massively because the sun would shine straight into the bedroom and wake us up at 5-6 o'clock, which I guess is not a bad thing if you want to get up and seize the day. Carpe diem and all that, which is actually the Latin slogan for my old school, funnily enough. But it didn't help kind of recovery. So nutrition, I've done all right. You know, I felt like I've hit my numbers. I'll put all the links into the notes down below of what we're trying to do. And steps, realised that I was way below my 10,000 on a daily basis, so I've had to address that pretty quickly. Haven't had any meals out. I lie. Friday evening we cooked something called Food Slut Burgers. So Jack Whitehall has created a charity event where we're trying to raise money, he is trying to raise money for the less privileged. And Food Slut is one of those ways of doing it. I mean, it is a lovely, in the nicest possible way, dirty burger. I mean, glorious. Kudos to my other half and her good friend for cooking it. Came with sweet potato fries. Oh my goodness, it was to die for. Didn't overly help with the nutrition tracking. And then on Saturday, I rode my bike, which was glorious. Went out to the southwest with a very good friend of mine, and we got 50 kilometers in under the bike, and then the eating went a little bit to pot. It's difficult actually when you go and do some endurance riding and then you think, oh, I just need to refuel, and then you just start eating everything. And I found we had a roast in the evening, and to be honest, Saturday and Sunday were not particularly good days from an eating perspective. So as I sit here now on Sunday evening, it's my weight has actually gone up. So I started at the 77s, went down to the mid 76s during the week, and firmly back into the 77s at the end of Sunday. So not quite sure how that works, but going to take stock this evening, sit down, think about it, get back on the track for ticking off my protein numbers, and make sure that I get my steps in. All the time from a fitness perspective, going for a 3 or 4 day workouts in the week. accompanied by my steps. That should help. Be fortunate enough to get a barbell and some bumper plates and can do some work in the back garden. But really the whole point of easing into it is you don't want to use all of the tools in your toolbox straight away. So don't, please, whatever you do, if you're going to think of doing something similar, massively cut your calories, huge high protein, go full on cardio, start lifting weights full time, don't get any sleep, try and get up early, try and do everything all at once, because I promise you within 2 days you'll have stopped. And then you'll get really pissed off, and all of a sudden you'll fall off the wagon and you won't get to where you want to be. So slowly increment what you're trying to do. Crank the handle as you're going along. Understand what works and what doesn't work, and then just tweak over time. So as I head into week 2, the key goals for me are steps. I need to hit 10,000 every day, or at least average over the 10 days. I need to get my protein numbers, and I need to keep my calories reasonably on track. So that's it. End of week 1. We're doing all right. Let's see how week 2 goes. So hit the subscribe button, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.